about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long. And now you're gone. Took me away from all of my fears. Kept me away from all of my tears. Now you're gone. And now I'm lost. Finally, I think I can see clearly now. I'm in love. Think about me one more time before you go. I'm in love. Took me away from all of my fears. I'm in love. Kept me away from all of my fears. I'm in
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. If you can't, I see the bubble moving. So if the sound's not loud enough, let me know. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? It is a momentous day, December 6th. And yeah, it's my birthday. I'm still not 73, though. I'm still not 73. I'm only 63. But here I am, and it's good to see you guys. Let me see who's been in so far. Hey, CLM. Great to see you. Flame, Penny for your thoughts. Jen Kovo, appreciate all the happy birthdays, y'all. Shalima, I'm not sure how to say that, I know. Hey, Betty Damboot, heading to an appointment. Cool Gamer, Lavina, Chris. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Ginger, thank you, Ginger. Yes, we are going to talk about, hey, Mel. Yeah, 80. Yeah, 80th. It feels like 80, y'all. I'll just real quickly tell you guys, because I haven't been around on live streams anywhere, actually. I've been dealing with my back, y'all. So I got an MRI, and it appears that I've got pretty much the same condition that I had surgery for, only now it's above the surgical spot. So he started telling me to talk to my surgeon and mention some things. And I said, well, what about physical therapy? He said, well, it could make it worse. And I said, well, I want to try that. So I am starting physical therapy tomorrow. It's taken weeks to get everything approved. I just found out they won't even approve a back brace, but changing insurers on January 1st. And I've been told that they don't even ask. You just get some of these things. And I'm switching over to Aetna. So hopefully in 3 weeks, I'll have that and the physical therapy, because y'all, I don't want surgery again. They've already cut through those muscles 3 times back there, and I just don't want any more of that. But anyway, that's where I've been. that's what I'm dealing with. It's a very difficult for me to deal with the sedentary lifestyle that it leads to. It's not conducive for my mental health. So, it's a struggle sometimes, and I don't want to tear up. Hey, Dippity Doo. Yeah, Etna's going to be good. It's hard. I have a hard time with it, and I'm not here to cry. Shit. And so I spend, a good part of my time in my day trying to make myself feel better. Which leads to my topic today in a way, because literally when you're in this community and you click onto your YouTube, you just see so much negativity, and everybody's fighting, and everybody's going at each other, and we've all done it. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us have done it, whether we've been in a chat cheering it on or been part of it. And I think there's so much resentment built up in so many people. And so, thank you guys. Thank you. Salmonella went to rewind, and yeah, Dippity, thank you for that. Ginger, thank you. Hey, Kerm. Yeah, that makes me feel better, Kerm. Kerm the frog. Yeah, I need a hug. That's what I need. No, really, crying's not a bad thing. It's very cleansing. And I was watching this really sappy movie the other night with Katie Holmes on. It's a fairly new movie. It's just recent released. I can't think of the name of it, but I started crying during that movie, and I was like, just go with it. That's the first time I've cried in ages. So thank you, Mel. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to cry. It's okay. I'd rather be crying over feeling emotional because people are being nice to me than crying over people being mean to me. You know what I'm saying? So getting back to that, it's good for you to, this thing is not working. It's good for you. I realized that when I hit send. Yes, it is. It is healthy. And yes, Ginger, you know what? Maybe I just need to come on here more often and just do these positivity live streams, because while a lot of people don't want to hear that, it doesn't matter, because like I've said, if just one person is helped, and it might help me too. So no, don't worry about that, Mel. Don't worry about that at all. I mean, I'm sorry, I got distracted. I've got a friend texting me that I only talk to on our birthdays. So anyway, no, any amount of money that anybody gives me is a very, very appreciated. And, I don't come on here and ask for anything. So you're crying this week over stress. Well, the holidays are hard, and typically I'm not a big November, December person. And I guess that's because all of my family issues, and it's just it was always a stressful time for me. And I don't know, it just kind of, it's just not my favorite time of year. See, Ginger, yeah, the positive things, when you put out shorts, if you're doing whatever you're doing, I know when I put out a short that's, really a positive, self-help type thing, that hardly anybody watches those. Maybe I need to do a better job with them. Maybe I need to do this and that. So, I'm always trying to do better with myself. You said you felt better after people's advice on health stuff and just a vent. Yeah. I mean, I'm really not here. I don't really want to be venting at y'all today. What I came on here to tell y'all, the present that I have for you guys is, we mentioned it another time. It's the fourth step of the Alcoholics Anonymous. And you will always hear me saying Alcoholics Anonymous, the 12 steps, are not just for people who have an addiction. And really, when you look at it, most people have, well, I don't know what percentage, but a lot of us have addictions to various things, food, drama. If you're clicking on these dramas just because I feel like that's an addiction. I feel like a lot of times I click on things that I don't give a crap about, just to see what's going on, And so when you're in recovery, and somebody lambasted me for that one day, saying that I'm in recovery or something. Look, I'm in recovery of life. I was in an AA program in the 90s. Okay. I'm not claiming to be in recovery now. I'm not clean and sober. I am clean and sober off of the thing that got me there, but I'm not here trying to be anything that I'm not. I'm a woman who is, old, and I feel my age more this year than I ever have. Scream flame and start a fire. Hey, AJ, good to see you. Okay. So the fourth step of, and somebody asked me earlier, was I going to go through all the steps? We may just do that. We may just start next time I go live and just start with step 1 and talk about how that applies to people who are not in recovery from alcohol, or whatever, how you can apply these principles to your life, because that's what they are. They're, when you have an addiction that brings you to your knees, whether it's cocaine like myself, or alcohol, or any of the drugs, food addiction, because, people who are addicted to food suffer too. They a lot of times won't admit that they're addicted. It's the same thing. We don't want to admit that we have a problem, and that's the first step. But we're going to talk about today about wishing good for people who have hurt you or made you angry. I promise you, if y'all start doing what we're going to talk about today with some of these people who you fight with on YouTube or in your real life, yeah, they do, Ginger, everybody. I thought about 12 steps isn't always necessary for all, but I'm sure it helps with people as well. Well, no, 12 steps is one of the ways to recovery, but there are other ways that people can, I'm not in the know about all these other recovery, addiction recovery programs that don't use the 12 steps. I do know the 12 steps work. I do know that you have to work them, but I do feel like that if some of you all are having any problems in your life with people, whether they're in your face or not, that if you will start to wish good for them, to pray for them, to just pray for them to have everything that they want. You think that God's going to go, oh, this person wants to take me down. And when you pray, no, that's not how it's going to work. What's going to work is you're going to start feeling better. And that other person, whatever they're doing, they're still going to keep doing it. To overcome the hurdle, you need to understand what a resentment is and how that damages us. So I'm actually looking at something online. I don't know all these all this on top of my head, but it's a 2-step process to overcome a resentment. First, express compassion for the person who has angered you by saying the 4-step prayer, which I'll get to in just a second. Pray for the person who angered you. And there are, I will link this because I'm not going to pull it up today. I will link this in the comments where it's got the step 4 prayer and replacing resentment with love. I'll just give y'all everything that I'm looking at here. This is 12 steps. It's a 12-step page that I pulled up. Let me see what y'all are saying. You don't fight anymore. My opinion. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just like, look, when people are fighting on the internet, if you notice, everybody just goes back and forth. And then when that particular thing dies down, another one starts up and you got little fires everywhere. And it just keeps repeating. What if we repeated joy and happiness in our lives over and over? What if we could do that? That's a simple way to have joy in our lives, is to wish. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy either, because let's say that you have a resentment against me for something that I did to you, and you can't stand me. Well, you're not listening if you are, but I'm just using me as an example because I don't want to bring up other people. And you can't stand me. Well, it's not going to happen overnight that you suddenly love me or anything, and you may not ever. But your peace of mind could change. I mean, you could have peace in your heart. You could find that what you were angry at me about was silly, or, not worth carrying forward. I'm just using myself. Let's just put anybody in that. Just think of the person who you're angry with. So here's a step 4 prayer. This is a sick man. How can I be helpful to him? God, save me from being angry. Thy will be done. I mean, that's one way, like this motherfucker over here is a bastard. But what can I do to help him? Like, why? If you want to keep going at somebody, you can. But where's that going to get you? Right? If you have a resentment you want to be free of, if you will pray for the person or the thing that you resent, you will be free. If you will ask in prayer for everything you want for yourself to be given to them, you will be free. Ask for their health, their prosperity, and their happiness, you will be free. Even when you don't really want it for them and your prayers are only words and you don't mean it, go ahead and do it anyway. And do it every day for 2 weeks. And you will find you have come to mean it and you want it for them. And you will realize that where you used to feel bitterness and resentment and hatred, you now feel compassionate, understanding, and love. And that's from page 552 of the big book, Alcoholics Anonymous. So, let me see. It's not worth your time, Flame. It's not worth your time. Oh, it is, AJ? I didn't know that. I just don't like this time of year very much. It's got nothing to do with, well, maybe it's got everything to do with. I don't know. I don't know what it's got to do with. I just don't like this part of the year. Yeah, laugh at them, make a joke of it. I don't know if those people even deserve your thinking about them, Barb. No, I know. I did swear. I left my work to come to my phone because Barb said motherfucker. I did. When someone hurts me, the first thing that comes to mind is what's going on with that person. Selma, I mean, look, if that's fabulous. If that is what you think of, kudos to you for being wise like that, because really, some of you youngsters out here, some of us older folks, we do have wisdom, whether you want to believe that or not. The people who age shame are so ridiculous because, like, people who are older have wisdom. I mean, look, Salmonella, she's older than me, and look at her. What's going on with them? Exactly. Thank you for that. Hey, Foxy. Foxy in a boxy. Foxy, Mel Mel's got a bone to pick with you. Stay away from that, MF. Hey, Tiff Tiff. Good to see you. Look at all the prizes I got. They keep going because it's a drama community. If they didn't, there's no content in drama community. It takes, yes, that's true. And also, I'm going to say something that I was thinking earlier is that when I started making videos about Natasha and then added in Mrs. Portland and then added in random people, I was clueless about this drama community. I really was. I did not know the depths that this community has, how far back it goes, all the real life going and the stalking and all the stuff that goes on over here. I didn't intentionally put myself in a drama community. I hate that excuse when people go, well, it's a drama community. Well, I didn't plan to be in the drama community. I'm in here because that's how I started my channel, making funny, cute clip videos, and then some live streams about some of the drama, and then I dropped out of the drama. But just because you're here doesn't mean that you meant to be here. Hey, hippie sissy. It doesn't mean that you want to be part of all of that, you know? It is, Ginger. Drama community is a trap. Yeah, they do. Oh, thank you, Tiff. Well, my gift to y'all today is step 4, and we're going to go back to that in just a second. Yes, if you aren't aging, it's because you stopped living. And I will say that this past year has probably aged me more than any ever. But a few years ago, I feel like I took a lot of years off my life with exercise and everything. And maybe that's why I hurt my back, because I was doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. Thank you, AJ. Thank you. I don't know about, that leak in your house. A friend of mine on Facebook I saw this morning, they have a beautiful home. A water main broke and flooded a good portion of their home. They have a very nice home, so I feel for them. It is a good thing to take a step back, Ginger, and just look. And this is what I've been doing. If you're not in these chats, if you're not watching all this stuff, you really do start to feel differently about it. That's a step that we could all take. If it bothers you, if it doesn't bother you, then, keep doing it. Am I going to my friends for Christmas? I don't know. They usually invite me, Mel. I go every Thanksgiving. One of the ladies that I'm friends with through them, that I met through them, had mentioned having me to her house for Christmas. She is, she's got, I think her son or sons are coming in. I haven't heard any more about that, so I'm not sure yet. My one friend that has me at Thanksgiving, sometimes she invites me out that, Christmas morning. I'll hear from her or something. I don't know. Yeah, we did. We tumbled in here. It's like, how did I get here? Oh, my hair's really started turning gray this year. A lot of fake people. I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat for lunch or for my birthday. I did get a Cash App this morning, and I think I'm going to treat myself, but I'm not sure where I want to go yet. And I didn't make any plans for my birthday. I have plenty of friends here I could hit up to go with me, and I may do that later. I don't know what everybody's doing, but you know, it's kind of last minute. Yeah, I do. They invited me last year, Mel, and I didn't even go. I was just kind of low key. I don't remember what was going on, but I didn't go. Oh, I wish I could sleep. I will, Mel. I'm going to go eat somewhere. I'm really craving crab legs. And I think the only place here that has them is Red Lobster. I'm not a big Red Lobster fan. I mean, I like Red Lobster. It's just, you know, there's a lot better places to eat. But here in Arkansas, in this little town I'm in December, I may go eat at this this place out on the lake that they have shrimp and stuff. I may go out there. I know I want crab legs dipped in the butter and all that. I love those. I haven't had them in years. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. If you have a resentment about somebody and you constantly thinking about them and thinking how to get them back and everything, don't you want to be free from that? So you have a resentment, you want to be free of it, just pray for them. Just every day, set a time to do your resentment prayers. Pray for them to have everything that you want: peace, joy, love, companionship, you know, self-love, good health, all the things that matter in life, not a brand new car or all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can, there's nothing wrong with that. You can pray for that for them, but really think about the things that you want for yourself, or you should want for yourself: happiness and joy and peace. Oh my gosh, peace. You know, there's a lot of things I want for myself, like to not be in pain. That would be, I pray for them to not have any pain. So just ask for, you know, for their health, their prosperity, their happiness, their joy. I mean, anything you can think of that you want, just do that for them. And you will be free. You will be free. You will be free. Not necessarily them, but you. Now you just want crab. Well, I could take y'all with me. I don't think I will, but I could. Let me ask you while I'm in here. Does anybody want me to go downtown at dark and show y'all all the lights in my little tourist town? I think I can manage to do that. His testimony before he died. Where is that? I wonder if we could, is it long? Is it something we could listen to? You do? You want me to? So they put up these trees in this park. There's a couple little parks with the decorated trees, and I could walk down there, but I'm not sure with my pain level how much I want to walk. Y'all like that? I might do that. I probably won't do that tonight. Oh, I don't think our casino, because I did think about going to our casino because they've got restaurants in there. And the horse races start Friday. Again, I don't know if I'm going to go this year because of, you know, again, pain, but yes to the lights. Okay. Well, where could I find that, Tiff? Oh, okay. You're going to email it to me. Okay, good. a mobility scooter. Well, it's a mile to like the Arlington, which is a very famous hotel here. They've just recently spent $30 million on it. It's a mile to there. So that would be a 2-mile walk. So I could drive part of the way and then get out and walk with y'all. That's what I'll do. Maybe I probably won't do it tonight because I'm probably going to have a few drinks to celebrate my birthday. Thanks, Tiff Tiff. Let me go ahead and put my monitor up here. Are y'all still with me? I almost unplugged something. I didn't plug my monitor in, but let me do that real quick. Oh, and I did find out I'm switching insurance because my insurance won't even pay for my back brace. But anyway, I'm switching insurance anyway, starting in January. And I was told that this company, not only when you're older, you get these gym memberships. So I may be going back to the pool. I might start going to the pool. And you also get $600 to buy sneakers or anything that's related to fitness. And I'm going to maybe get an exercise bike. And, you know, I used to teach spin lessons. So I know how to get my heart rate up on that and do all the stuff that I need to do to make it a healthy thing. And bike riding is supposed to be good for your, you know, like the running I was doing. No, that was not good for my back. I probably messed up. But I'm going to, you know, be able to afford to get a piece of equipment that could help me in my home. So, yeah, and swimming's good too. So either of those I can do. Yeah, I might go. I don't know if that I'm going to go opening day, but I might go. Yeah. Selma, whenever I go, whenever I do anything, my back starts killing me. Like when I vacuum my house, which takes 15 to 20 minutes, I'm in so much pain I can barely move. So I haven't been exercising, which, you know, when you don't exercise, then it's just exercise and gratitude pulled me out of depression. And now, you know, it's a struggle. And I have to remember, Barb, you can't exercise right now, but you could still do the gratitude part. Flame, I'm going to physical therapy for the first time. So we're going to see how that goes. The guy that I went to physical therapy, the physical therapist literally had my MRI report pulled up and walked through that with me and explained things to me, and even drew little pictures for me when I was questioning, you know, L3, L4 control, that area, the nerves control your bladder and your bowels. And when you're when you have a severe problem in that area, I have spondylolisthesis at L3, L4, which is what I had at L4, L5. And I had it surgically fixed. So, he was just very good to explain all that. And he drew that out for me. And he said, this is where those nerves are, and you're not there. So, we're okay with that. Oh God, Barb. Oh God. Oh, Barb. I'm not sure what that was, Salva. I'm sorry. I'm making a joke out of it. Yeah, let's get some mobility chairs and we can race around. We can go race with Mrs. P. And yeah, I don't even know, like, I thought about getting a recumbent bike for outdoors. I may check into that. The one I saw, though, it was for sale and it was $2,000. So it's not in my price range. Oh, I'm okay, Mel Mel. I really am. I'm just struggling a little bit. Yes, Selma, gentle yoga. Well, we're going to see what physical therapy does and the stretches that they have me do here. I'll be going twice a week. The insurance approved 10 visits. So L3, L4, L5. Yes, we need to talk, Ginger. We do need to talk. You're right. You're right, Mel Mel. It's just embarrassing to come on here and be, I'm not good. So back to step 4. Step 4 looks at your past behaviors. Do you ever do things that you're like thinking, well, I shouldn't? People use that thing with me that you shouldn't be doing that at your age. And my thing is, okay, Mel Mel. And my thing is that we're all adults. We're all adults. And once you've reached that age where you're an adult and I'm pulling up this Steve Jobs thing. And then we'll listen to that in a minute. Okay. Once you reach that age around mid-20s when your brain's fully developed, I don't care how old you are, you're supposed to be a mature adult. I don't care if you're 63, 103, 23, 33. I don't care. You're an adult. So don't throw that at me. I don't think that I'm immature or anything like that. Yeah, what did I do? I do things too. It's like we're human. We do things we're not proud of. I hit my 45, my body went yeah, I know. It's not easy getting older. My uncle had spinal cancer. He kept riding his recumbent bike almost till he went into palliative care at age 90. Wow, Selma. Well, when I had just a quick little insert, when I had my surgery, the 2-level fusion, I was told that it puts extra stress on the areas above and below. And well, I'm seeing that, it's been 10, 12 years since the fusion. And my doctor said I probably should have another test for osteoporosis. When I had it done years ago, I had osteopenia, which is the step below osteoporosis. So need to call my doctor and have that. Hey, Robbie, thank you. I need to call my doctor and have that checked. It's not anything painful or any kind of thing. I'll probably do that in January when I get this new insurance, since the other one's being a crap hole. All right, Robbie, we're talking about step 4. Let me ask y'all, since I asked you a minute ago about going to see the lights, who would enjoy walking through the steps, on my channel, if we just start with 1 and we go through 12 and we talk about them? Put a 1 in the chat if that's a yes. You want to do that. And hopefully I won't be crying and snotty and Chris said, yeah, okay. They said duct tape fixes everything. I know, Ginger, we could duct tape our backs back together. We could duct tape our backs. Y'all want to do that. Okay, cool. Because there's a lot of people who don't know about the 12 steps. If you've never done them or just reading them, you don't really know what they entail. And if you're coming in late, it's my belief that the 12 steps can help everybody. or a lot. Not, I'm sure there's some people who'd never heard a flea and never did anything that they feel bad about or have any resentments. But we over here in this community, we all mess up. We admit it, and that's your first step, to admit it. Let's take a quick little field trip over here and listen to Steve Jobs. And I'm just taking Tiffany's word that this is, I know it's not a bad thing. So I don't know if I've heard it. I haven't heard it lately, but we are going to watch this. And I'll do that. As soon as he pops up. All right. Duct tape. Rosie's in a diaper now. Lord, my world's falling apart. Let's listen to this.
I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me. And since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. It means to try and tell your kids everything you thought you'd have the next 10 years to tell them in just a few months. It means to make sure everything is buttoned up so that it will be as easy as possible for your family. It means to say your goodbyes. I lived with that diagnosis all day. Later that evening, I had a biopsy where they stuck an endoscope down my throat, through my stomach and into my intestines, put a needle into my pancreas and got a few cells from the tumor. I was sedated, but my wife, who was there, told me that when they viewed the cells under a microscope, the doctors started crying because it turned out to be a very rare form of pancreatic cancer that is curable with surgery. I had the surgery, and thankfully, I'm fine now. This was the closest I've been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades. Having lived through it, I can now say this to you with a bit more certainty than when death was a useful but purely intellectual concept. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
Wow.
When I was 17,
Thanks for sharing that, Tiffany. Thanks for sending me that. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, you know, even the people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. That's what, I mean, nobody does. Hey, Betty Damboo, glad you could make it. Hope your appointment went well. We're just over here boo-hooing and being silly girls. No, so back to step 4. Step 4 looks at our past behaviors. Well, if you're still doing the behaviors, then it's a good time to, stop. So we find out things about ourselves that we have been inclined to beat ourselves up about. We have, this is talking about people who drink. We have drunk to subdue the resultant emotional disturbance we feel. We have done things, we have lashed out at other people. We have hurt other people. We have overeaten, or we have used drugs, or we have done some other abusive behavior to ourselves or others because we hurt, and we know that we've hurt others, and we do things. We're just human, and we do things. To rid ourselves of our own guilt, we need to forgive others whenever we feel resentment for them. This is an ancient and miraculous process. I mean, yeah, it's not anything earth-shattering now because we already shattered the earth with this. Let me see. In Emmett Fox analysis of the Lord's Prayer, he describes the method of forgiveness in looking at the clause, forgive us our trespasses. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages. Forgive us our trespasses. He concludes that the act of praying for others, as described above, needs only to be done once for each person or resentment. Wow, only once. Wow, I'm praying for all you people out here. I don't, right now, all y'all. Therefore, if that resentment resurfaces, we can skip the whole resentment release process, bless the offender briefly, and remind ourselves that we have freed ourselves from the issue. We must positively and definitely extend forgiveness to everyone to whom it is possible that we can owe forgiveness, namely to anyone who we think can have injured us in any way. Wow, that's heavy. Got to pray for them for one time. You don't even have to pray for these people over and over. Just do it once. Hippie Sissy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pass that over. I'm very sorry for your loss. And yes, I've heard that it's a very bad, not as treatable cancer. Oh, good night, Mel. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'll buy some crab with it later. Yeah, it is. It is. That's right. Step 4. June 28th, hippie sissy. Step 13. Yeah, well, that's the one that you're not supposed to do. That's the one that gets a lot of people in trouble in those AA rooms and all that stuff. But excuse me, we're not gonna do that in here. Let's see what this says. On page 67, again, what I'm reading from is someone else's words from the Alcoholics Anonymous and the Big Book, and I will share the link to what I'm reading in the about section when I get done here. This says page 67 of the book. The AA book states, resentment is the number one offender, number one in quotes. It destroys more alcoholics than anything else. Learning the process of overcoming resentment literally saves the lives of people who are afflicted with the disease of alcoholism. The process, proven to be lifesaver by these people, also enables others to live happier lives. So if you're not an alcoholic. Again, my belief is that this covers everybody, not just people who are alcoholics. And especially to a lot of people here in Krama, if you have a resentment, we have resentments against people. We have people who have hurt us. We've hurt other people. We think about them. If you're thinking about somebody in a bad way, this is definitely for you. If you're always thinking about how you can get back at somebody who hurt you, or if you see somebody doing something on YouTube or in your life who you feel like they need to stop that, and you feel like you're the one who's going to make them do that, no, you're not. And going at somebody's not going to make them stop. If you see somebody drinking too much, and that's for a whole nother day, but if you're supporting someone and you see them endangering their lives, or they're having like a drug or alcohol problem, and you see that, in my opinion, you should talk to them, and you're going to get a lot of backlash, but you should reach out. But you're probably not going to have a lot of, you're probably not going to get too far with that, but you should not support that behavior. And by that, I mean, you shouldn't throw money at that. You shouldn't throw, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're hurting other people, you need to, if you see another person is hurting themselves via the use of alcohol or drugs or overeating or any of that, you should say something to them. Salmonella, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, please keep me in your prayers. I appreciate you. And thank you so much. Salmon's been with me since the beginning of my live streams, and I certainly appreciate that so much. Oh, and that's another thing we're celebrating today is my 2-year anniversary for my channel. Was November 29th, I think that was the day. It was the day I made my channel. I didn't start going live for 6 months or so after that. And also overnight, the channel hit 18,000 subscribers. So yay for that. Cheers. And what a happy birthday present for me. I love that. Thank you. But yeah, resentment against another person is only hurting yourself. It's not hurting the other person. But if you're taking action into, getting them back, that they said this about me and they said that about me. And I'm not saying I'm innocent. I've done this. I've gone back at people. What I'm saying is you're not getting anywhere, and you're not helping yourself, and you're not helping them. Somebody's got to put an end to that. And you could put an end to that with step 4 and praying for them. Another thing on page 67 states that fear was an evil and corroding thread. The fabric of our lives was shot through with it. It set in motion trains of circumstances which brought us misfortune that we felt we never or we didn't deserve. But not we ourselves set the ball in. Didn't we set the ball rolling? Sometimes we think fear ought to be classed with stealing. It seems to cause more trouble. Susan Jeffers says that recommends that we give away thanks to overcome resentment. Wow, this is interesting. Let's see what she says. Find an empty room and turn off the phone. Put on some soothing music. Sit down in a comfortable chair and close your eyes. Visualize someone who brings up a lot of anger or pain in you. Picture them in front of you. First, surrender them with rays of healing white light and tell them that you wish them all good things, everything they could possibly want in their lifetime. Thank them for whatever they have given you. Keep doing this until you feel your negative emotions leaving. That's hard, like to wish someone good things who you can't stand. I mean, I know everybody's thinking on here of somebody who they don't really like, they don't really want to do this with. Wishing her good things. Are you out of your mind? I want to see her suffer. I want to see her have things done to her that were done to me, that she did to me, right? That's how we feel. We don't, it's hard. It's hard to do that. Thanks, y'all. Well done. Da, da, da. Thank you. And yes, I'm proud of my work. Thank you. I mean, seriously, you can do this. Find a quiet spot. Picture that person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to start doing this with all the people, because while I'm presenting this to y'all, it's not like I've sat here and actually been practicing this. I know it works. I know how to do it. I just haven't been doing it. So I'm going to find a quiet place. It is hard, but just because it's hard doesn't mean we can't do it. And do we really want to be, I think sometimes we have the good and bad in us, the evil and the nice twins who pull at us. And one part of us wants to be this happy go lucky person, and the other part wants to seek revenge and hurt those who hurt us. And so we got to try to at least let that good side pull us more strongly. And, I'm not saying I'm good at any of this. I'm just saying these things work, and I'm going to work them. And I'm going to, also, if you Google, what is that? Because I had it open here. I had a page open. Yeah, the power of positive affirmations. Put that in your Google and just start reading those every day. Find a place that you enjoy reading those, and like here's the first 5 that are here. I am loved and appreciated. I am full of positive energy. I am light and love. I am worthy of abundance. I'm at peace within. If you do those, if you just start doing that every day, you're going to start feeling that way. You're going to start feeling better. What you put in is what you put out. What you put in is how you feel, right? And when you sit here and you feel all the negativity that's floating around these rooms, and yeah, it's kind of fun. Ooh, that person did this. Ooh, it is kind of fun, but does it really bring us closer to where we want to be in life? Or is it just amusing in the moment? And then you find yourself in the middle of it and being drawn to it. And we're drawn to what, we are what we put into ourselves. And that's not just food or alcohol or drugs. It is thoughts and feelings and all of that, all of it. We need to get rid of pain and anger before we can bring in love. When you hold negative feelings about people in your past, you carry those feelings to those in your present. And they can make you physically ill. And then gratitude, basically step 4 in a nutshell would be, instead of constantly having negative thoughts about another person, you start positively thinking about them and thinking about them happy and thinking about them whole and fulfilled. Right? Are y'all still with me? Nobody's saying anything in chat, so I didn't know. I got on a little preachy roll there. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. I'm just like, nobody's saying anything. I'm here. There's 23 people listening. Okay, good. I didn't know if maybe that Steve Jobs thing took me out again. Step 4 looks at our past behaviors. We find out things about ourselves that we have been inclined to beat ourselves up about. Nobody wants to beat themselves up all the time. You could spend as much time beating yourself up and thinking about how to get back at others. You could be using that time to make yourself feel better and pray for them to feel better. It's not easy, and it is, and it is natural to want to get back at somebody. I mean, if you see, if a mosquito bites you, the first thing you want to do is slap it dead, right? Just kill it. Well, we can't do that with people. And we certainly don't want to be praying for a freaking mosquito that just bit us, right? We're going to be like, but a mosquito's not a person, and mosquito pain goes away pretty quickly, but resentment, the things that we resent others for, doesn't just go away. And right, Jen, I know I come up with some dumb stuff. AJ's doing stuff around the house. Yeah, would you come do some stuff around my house? Because I mean, even here in my office, I'm just looking at, oh, why didn't you throw that stuff out? Why is that over there? You need to get rid of that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, I don't know, I'm just going to challenge everybody to take a few minutes today and think about people who you resent, whether it's a YouTube person or if it's a person in your real life. It could be, it could be somebody from your past, from, millions of years ago. Back in the, no, I'm not going to say, well, the dinosaur age, right? It could be anything, anybody. And just take some time without any distractions. And if you like to listen to music, put on some calming music. If you would rather do it silent, just do it silent. It doesn't have to be anything. You could be sitting in your recliner doing it. Just take some time to think positively about that person. If you pray to God, pray, if you pray for them. If you just refuse to even pretend to pray, if you're that against that, just say, I wish for them. You don't even have to, it's about the wanting what they, what you want for you, all the things you want for you, and just start thinking about them in a positive light. And in just a few minutes, see if you don't start to feel a little bit differently. So just think about, I know a minute ago they said you don't have to do that. You only have to do that once. We'll do it more than once. But if that works for you, just doing it once, do that. But I'm going to say that for me, some of my resentments don't just go away. And do that. Yes, that's right, Ginger. Thank you for putting the words out for me. Just start thinking happy thoughts about them. I'm going to do it today. I would love for you all to do it today. And then we're going to start, because you guys said you wanted me to. We're going to go through all the steps and talk about it like we did today, and explain them to people, understanding for people who've never really done them, and maybe you've read them and you don't really know what does that mean, Yeah, that's right, Ginger. You get back what you put out. You really do. I mean, it's it's unfathomable when you think about it, but it's true. It's not some voodoo science or anything. It's really true. If you put out happiness, if you put out joy, go walk down the street or go to your grocery store and smile real big at somebody and see what happens. Usually people are walking around the grocery store, they're all pissy and everything. Go smile real big at somebody and say, hi, how are you doing? Or, no, don't do that, because then they'll think, wait, I don't know you. How do I know you? Who is that? Do I have Alzheimer's? Oh my gosh. But try that. Just go say hi or be really, really friendly to somebody. Maybe they're not having the best day. Offer to help them. Do something like that. See what happens. Yeah, that's true, AJ. Good, Ginger. Yeah, we have to be patient. Well, you can expect that we're really not going to change them. We're going to change us, right? And you start seeing the absurdity in people. Hey, COVIDs. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I do every single time I see a grumpy. Oh, you do? Because there was just this one girl crossing the street one day with me, and I've talked about it before. She was, there wasn't a crosswalk. I was going through this little intersection near my house, and I waved her through, and she just threw up this biggest smile, and I'll never forget it. It was just over nothing, but I still remember that, and it was just so easy to just brighten my day, Well, no, I mean, people look at you like you're crazy. Thank you, April Showers. Thank you so much. If you were special needs because you were being so nice. That's funny. That's funny, Ginger. So, happened at the pharmacy. He was smiling when I left, and I felt like $1 million. Exactly, Chris. And look what you just said. You felt like $1 million. And I bet he did too. I bet he did too. I bet it changes you. And so I guess those are the two. Well, I don't know. I'm not really giving assignments. Geez, like y'all are answering to me or anything, but just do that. Just do that prayer that I'm asking. Go take some time. Just start with one person. That way you could really tell if it's working for you. And it will. And then once you get to that, yeah, please hit the like button. And when you get to that, you'll feel better. You get done with them, you can go on to the next person. And hopefully you don't have a ton of people or a bunch of people or 100 people who you have a resentment against, because resentments are pretty strong. And I would say on YouTube, I might have, I don't know, like there's only a few people who I really have a resentment against. And I'm going to start with them and see where it goes from there, and see if I can feel better about things. Yes, that's true, Jen. That's true. We're just going to continue to do positivity here. And I'm proud that 22 people are watching. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that you guys want positivity in your life. And while, we pretty much all run to drama, there's more life than YouTube drama. Yes, Ginger, and maybe that little ripple spreads out and touches everybody. I told him it was going to be a great day and gave him a flex. No, it's cool. That, you know what? That's the kind of thing that it doesn't mean that you got to run around being a Pollyanna and being all, everything's rosy and all that. But it is true that when we think about, because I totally know with gratitude how that changed me and my thinking, and I get out of it. And, you know, I'm struggling right now currently. Like, I'm struggling with pain. It's all encompassing. And so there's not any better time to try to be a healthier person than now, you know. Ripple to tidal wave. Yeah, Jen, and you feel like crap, and yeah, it's just crazy. And you know, if y'all want to listen to it, I'm not going to stop you from that or try to, because that's fine. That's your stuff, and I mean, I listen to some of it too. But here's the thing: let's all enjoy today. Let's start this thing, and we will start with step 1 here in I don't know. I'll plan it. We could do the 12 days of Christmas with 12 steps. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that, but we will do it. We will get it done. Actually, January is a really good time to start something like that, like January 1st. But we may start it before that, and we'll just go through. We'll have a live stream about each step and what it entails, and we'll go back and we'll do step 4 again with some other insight, and maybe we'll do some people on panel who have experiences with it. We'll figure it all out. And I'm going to get off of here now, and I wish you all the best day ever. I'm going to go try to get in some trouble. Probably watch for me to go live. Probably maybe tomorrow night with the lights downtown. Robbie is showering while listening. Robbie? Okay, that's cool. It's good to see you in here though, Robbie. Robbie and I had a fight one time, but we made peace. Yeah, great plan. Everybody's going to go make mental peace with somebody today, and I'm going to go try to find some crab legs for my birthday and or something. Good to be here. And yeah, Robbie, did you do 12 steps when you were have you ever gone through them, like for drugs or alcohol? Thanks, y'all. He was naked. Sounds like a good stream title. Well, I really do care about all of you guys. You didn't ever go through them? Okay. Yeah, he's always taking a shower. Do you ever have your phone in the bathroom and you're scared that what if the camera came on? I do. So I have it in the bathroom, and I'm like, what if something just made it? Because like I'll be sitting in my recliner and I can hear the trash can in the kitchen open and close. The lid open and closes. It's there's nobody here. Like there's nobody in the kitchen. And how in the heck does it do that? It happened the other night. And I'm like, what is going on? It's got to be a ghost. 2 showers per day. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, this time I really am going. Ooh. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Y'all have a great day. And thanks for helping me celebrate my birthday. And I'll see y'all soon. Thanks, mods. Bye, everybody.